Hello, uh, this is my take on solving the Rubik's Cube. I call it a more visual approach because, for example, I have an issue like with two-dimensional states of things like left and right. Basically, to know that this is my right hand, I have to go like this for a second, so I have to think. Same with the clockwise and counterclockwise, south and west. I have to think for a bit. And I looked online on for solutions on how to solve the Rubik's Cube, and I found a lot of them. And a lot of them use annotations and algorithms, which is fine. It's just I couldn't follow those, and since I was in that situation, I assumed maybe other people are in that situation. So this would be a more visual approach into solving the Rubik's Cube, with as little memorization as possible, because oh, hello.
Okay, I found something on the...
Sorry about that. So little memorization, because if you memorize things, you can forget things. But anyway, let's jump into it. Sorry about the long intro. So let's establish some basics. So this is the Rubik's Cube 3x3x3, and we have centerpieces, so yellow, green, white, blue, orange, and red. And these centerpieces are locked into place. So orange will always be opposite red, green will always be opposite blue, and white will always be opposite yellow. Now these are the centerpieces, and they only have one color, obviously. Then we have middle pieces that have two colors, like these ones, yellow and green, blue and yellow, orange and white, green and white. So these are middle pieces. Of course, you can call them whatever makes sense to you, but these are the pieces that have two colors. And then we have the corner pieces, which are, in the corners, and they have three colors: red, white, and green, orange, yellow, and green. So these are basically the three components: center pieces, middle pieces, and corner pieces. The center pieces are very helpful because they're gonna tell you what colors should be on that face. So this is yellow, which means all the yellow sides need to be on this side. All the orange sides needs to be here, all the white here, green and blue. And this is very helpful. So let's start with what's called the daisy. Daisy is that flower, and that flower has yellow in the middle and then 4 white petals, so one here, one here, one here, and one here. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to bring white over here. It doesn't matter if white comes in the corners, it doesn't matter at all. All we need to do is bring white piece here, white piece here, white here, and white here, regardless what happens in the rest of the... So now let's look for middle white pieces. So we have one here. Then I'm gonna keep the yellow face upwards. Then we have another white here. Then we have one here at the bottom. and another one here at the bottom. Now the one that can come up here very easily is this one. We can just rotate like this. So now we have one of the petals of the daisy. Now we have another one here. So this one used to be at the bottom, but now it's here. So to bring it up, if we do this, we get rid of that one. So we can turn the top side either this way one time or this way 2 times, it doesn't matter. So now when we bring it up, we have another one. It doesn't matter that there's another white here, that's not important. So now we have 2 of the petals, we need to bring 2 more here. So let's look for the other one. So we have one here. Now to bring this one up, we can first we want to bring it onto one of these sides. So if I go like this, I mix up this one. So let's rotate the top 1 time, so I keep those kind of away from. And I'm going to rotate once. So now my middle bit is here, and now I can just rotate it up and bring it here. So now we have 3 of them. So we need 1 more over here. So the last piece is this one over here. And as you can probably imagine, we rotate and now it's there. So now we have what's called the daisy. It doesn't matter that there's a white here. You can have all of this white, it doesn't matter. What's important at this stage is to have white in the middle to create this kind of flower daisy shape. Once we have the daisy shape, we want to look at the colors opposite to the white petals. And we want to align these colors with the centers. So if I have green here, I want to rotate the bottom 2 layers at the same time until I see green here. So now they're aligned. Once they're aligned, I'm gonna turn the entire face 180 degrees, so this white goes all the way to the bottom where the actual white face is. So once I have this aligned, so this is the daisy, we have 1 of the pieces aligned with the center, rotate so it goes to the bottom. Now we move to the next one, and this one it's already aligned with the center, so all I need to do is just rotate it twice so it goes to the bottom. Now we go to the next one, and if they're not aligned, you can just rotate the bottom until the color aligns with the center. And once it's aligned, we rotate so it goes to the bottom. Then with the last one again, if the color of the petal doesn't match with the center, just rotate until it does. And when it does, rotate to bring it to the bottom, so rotate twice. And now at this point we turn the cube with the white side up, and you should have if you followed me and you did everything right, you should have a white cross. It doesn't matter if you have white anywhere else, but you should see a white cross. And you should also have the centerpieces on the sides aligning with the color that's on the middle pieces of the white cross. So orange with orange, green with green, red with red, and blue with blue. Once we have this ends the first step. The second step is to bring in the correct white corners. And now things get slightly easier because we know what pieces we need to put here. So we need a piece that has white, blue because this is the blue side, and orange because this is the orange side. So let's find the corner pieces that have white. So we have one here, we have one here, we have one here, and another one here. Now, before we can bring the white pieces over here in the corners, we need to put them in an optimal position to be placed up here, and that optimal position is on the last layer. So this is now our first layer, this is the middle layer, and this is the bottom layer, the last layer, with the white color facing us. So not here, but here, anywhere on this layer facing us. So we have this one facing us. If you don't have one facing you, I'll show you how you can bring it in a position like this and then do what I'm about to do now. So this one has white, orange, and green on it. So this means this corner piece needs to go in between green and orange. So we have orange here and we have green here, which means this piece needs to come up here, because this is the orange side, this is the green side, and this is the white side. So white, orange, and green. If yours doesn't, it's not actually in between the colors that you have here, you will just rotate the first two layers until you have the corner right under where it needs to go. So in my case, it needs to go here because I have orange and green. You may have different colors, so that's why I have it here. So put the corner that we need under the place that it needs to go. So this one needs to go up here. And now the move is as follows. We move it away from where it needs to go. So if it needs to go here, we move it away, which is that way. This is kind of away as well, but this is going backwards, going towards the back. So away, what I mean by away, because as I said, I don't do left and right because I'm just gonna waste time. So when I say away, I say this. So I moved the corner away from where it needs to go. Now I'm bringing this side down. So I'm bringing this down. So, and what I do, I bring the bottom back. And now I bring this side up again. And as you can see, now I took this corner, which was here, I temporarily moved it there, I brought this side down, and then I put it back here and then moved up. So now I have the right corner in the right place. So you can see it's white, orange, and green. So we have one corner in place. Now let's look for another one. Now I have two which are here, so I have to bring them down here, and I have one over here. So let's see how we can bring one corner which is on the top layer, but of course the wrong way around. So what I can do, I can move this side down. So now my white side is at the bottom. And now if I go like this and then bring this back up so I don't screw up my corner and my centerpiece, now you notice that corner, it's now in a favorable place. So what I need to do is I need to look at the other two colors on this corner piece. So I have red and green. So now I have to rotate it so it goes in between red and green. So let's rotate. This is red and this is green. So this means this needs to go up there because I have green and red, red and green. So now I do the same move, away, down, back, up. So away, down, back, up. So now I have another corner in place. So let's find the other corner. So if we don't see, this means they're both at the bottom. So let's just choose one of them. Let's start with this one. This one, I'm gonna put it under a wrong corner. It doesn't matter this one or this one. So I'm gonna put it here under this wrong corner, and I'm gonna do what I did previously. I'm gonna rotate it like this, so now it's up down here. And now I need to put this back, but if I put it back, it still stays at the bottom. So once it's at the back, I can just take it out of the way, so now it's on this side. And now I can put this back. So I still have, so now I have basically a different wrong corner. And I'm gonna bring it between orange and blue, because this is the orange and blue corner. So let's find, so this is orange and this is blue, which means it needs to be here. So blue here, orange here. So this needs to go up there. So now again, you don't need to worry about left and right if you think about away from where it needs to go. So it needs to go here, and away from that means this way. Now we bring this down, put it back, and up again. So now this corner is solved as well, and we have another one. So we have this one, which is here. So first I'm going to bring it down, so now it's facing down. I'm going to move it, you know, somehow away. So if I rotate the bottom, so this white goes over there, and then I put this side back. Now I have this facing me. And blue and red, so this is blue and red. So I do the same, away, down, back, up. And at this stage, the first layer is solved. And I'm gonna pause the video here and continue with solving the middle layer. So let's pause for a second. Okay, let's solve the middle layer. So the centers are already where they should be because they never move. So basically, to solve the middle layer, we need to put 4 pieces into place. So these middle bits, we need to put them in the right place. So in order to do this, we want to look at the middle bits that are on the bottom layer. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. We want to look for pieces that do not have yellow on them, because yellow should be here, which means if I have a piece that has yellow, it's already basically in the layer that it should be. I want to look for pieces that don't have yellow, and the pieces that don't have yellow will be the pieces that should go here. So here I should have red and blue, blue and orange, orange and green, green and red. So we want to look for those pieces. So basically we are looking for not yellow middle pieces. So this is one of them, orange and green. Now when you found one, we want to rotate the top 2 layers, and we want to align whatever color we have here with the center that matches. So align it with orange because I have orange. And underneath I have green. Now on which side is green? This is blue, so not that one, this one. So basically this piece needs to go here. Now the move is similar to the move for the corners, but it's kind of in 2 steps, because one move will mess up the corner, and then we're gonna do the move again just like we did previously to put the white corner up there. So just like with the corners, we want to rotate the bottom, so this piece again away from where it needs to go. So this one needs to go there, so away means that way. So away, down, back, up. And as I said, the corner that used to be okay, now it's no longer okay. But we know how to move corners from here to here because we just learned previously. So now to put this one up there, away, down, back, up. So at the same time we place the corner where it was, and we also brought this piece in here. So we move this piece from here to here. Now let's look at other bits over here that do not have yellow. So this one has yellow, this one doesn't have, this one has. So let's do this one. So this one is blue and red. So let's put it, align it with a blue center. So red is on this side. So this means away means this way. So away, because red is here, down, back, up. So the white corner is wrong, so we rotate, so we have it facing us, and we do the same thing. It needs to go up there, so away, down, back, up. So now we have this in place as well. So this is green and red, and this is orange and blue. Now there will be cases where you'll end up with one of the correct pieces here but reverse. So for example, this one that has green and red, you may already have it here but with the red on this side and the green on this side. So this move that we just did, it just swaps this piece with this piece, which means if you end up with the situation where all the middle bits have yellow on them but still you have unsolved middle parts, what we need to do is we're going to replace the we're going to put a temporary yellow middle bit up here to bring the one that we need to swap down here. Now I'm going to show you this with one other cube, because this one I was fortunate to already have the wrong pieces at the bottom. So this is one of them and this is the other one. Let me show you this on a different cube. So let's pause this one. So if we look on this cube, we have the top layer solved. We have everything ready. So if we look at the bottom layer for pieces that don't have yellow, in this unfortunate case, all of them have yellow. This one has yellow, this one has yellow, this one has yellow, this one has yellow. This means even though they're not in the right place, these pieces belong to the bottom layer because the yellow face is here. So the same move that we did for these two corners that middle bits that we already solved, we're gonna do it here. Just pretend that we want to put this one over here, because if we put this one over here, this means we're gonna take this one and put it down there, and the move is exactly the same. So we want to put this one over here even though it's the wrong piece, because we want to take this out from here because it's in the wrong place. So the same thing, away, down, back, up. Now we put the white back up there with the same move, away, down, back, up. And now if we look, that orange green piece is now here and is going to be ready to be placed here. But now we're gonna go back to our cube and continue with the two middle bits that we have left, so green and red. So I want to align it with the green, red, so red is here, meaning away would be this way, down, back, up. Rotate the entire cube to have the white corner facing us, away, down, back, up. Now let's find the last one. Is here, so orange and blue, so we put it here under the orange center, so it needs to go there, which means we move it away, down, back, up, rotate and do the same thing. So away from where it needs to go, down the side where it needs to go, back and up. So away, bring the side that we're trying to solve down, back and up. And at this stage we have two layers solved. To solve the third layer, we want to turn the cube up and we want to look at the yellow side and see what's on it, because what's on it will determine what our steps are. So when we look at it, we can end up with a few situations. And this is our cube, and I'm going to put it to a side and I'm going to show you the variations that you may have once the first two layers are done. Okay, so let's look at this one. So this one, we have the two layers solved. So now we're turning the cube up the other way, so with the yellow center facing us, and we look on the side for a pattern. The pattern that we want to see is one of the three, and I'm gonna put an image here showing one of the three patterns. So if what we see is none of the three, so we have something random like this would be the move that we need to do. At this point we need to do a bit of memorization, unfortunately, and the move is basically, there's going to be a move that if we repeat it, we're going to go from a situation like this to a situation like this, then a situation like this, and then we'll end up with the situation where we can go ahead and start solving other parts using different moves. So starting with this situation, we're gonna do the following. Regardless, you can hold the cube in whichever way, as long as the yellow side is facing up. So let's start with this. It doesn't matter. So what we do one of this, one of this, one of this, one like that, one like that, and one like that. Now this move, you're gonna have to remember it. I'm gonna do it a few more times as part of solving this cube, so don't worry about it, don't pause it and go back and do it again. So once we do that move one time, well, that set of 5 rotations, we get into the first ideal situation where we have a yellow piece here and a yellow piece here, which you can think of it as an arrow pointing that way. You can also think of it as half a cross. half across like this. So we want to look for an arrow, a yellow arrow, because this is the yellow side, pointing this way. So, you know, rotate the cube until you see it. You should see it. Don't look at it like this and, oh, I'm not seeing it. Rotate it with the yellow still facing up until you see the yellow arrow pointing that way, and we see it here. And at this stage we do the same move, and doing the same move again will turn this yellow arrow into a yellow line, either this way or this way. So let's do the same move again. 1, 2, 3, back, back, back. So now you see the yellow line. Now we're gonna do the same move again in order to end up with a yellow cross. And in order to do that, I'm gonna do it on this one because I already have the situation. So once you have the yellow line, you want to put the yellow line to be parallel with you. So you don't want to put it like this, you want to put it like this and do the same move. 1, 2, 3, and then back. 1, 2, 3. So once you do this, we now end up with a yellow cross. It doesn't matter that we have yellow here as well, that's not important. So we have a yellow cross. Once we have a yellow cross, the next step is to align the colors that are, you know, across the middle yellow bits with their centers. And as you can see, two of them already match. This doesn't match and this doesn't match. So once we have a yellow cross, we will also have two sides of the middle yellow bits aligning, either two sides close to one another, or a side here and a side here, or here or here. There will always be two sides that can be aligned. So here I have one aligned and here I have another one aligned. But if we look on this cube, it looks like none of them are aligned. But if we rotate the last layer a few times, we'll end up with a situation. See? Now this one is aligned and this one is aligned. These two are not aligned. So if you end up with a situation where you have an alignment here and an alignment here, oh, or all my sides are aligned on this one. So let's go back to our one. So if you end up with a situation where you have two opposite sides aligning with the centers, so let's say this one and this one, we want to position the cube with one of the good sides facing us. If you have a situation where you have two opposite sides, not opposite sides, but you know, two sides that intersect next to an solved, you want to position the solved one on this side. So basically you want to have an aligned sign to the back, so either to the back and to one side, or to the back and to the front. If you have one here and one here, then the move that I'm about to do now, you're going to have to do it twice, because the first time when you do it, you're going to end up with two sides like this aligning, and then you're going to move the cube in this position with a solved side here and another one at the back, and you're going to do the same move again. And once you do that, these other two bits will be aligned. So that move is as follows. So solved at the back, solved either on this side or here. So with an aligned side at the back and another one on this side or on this side, we're gonna do the following move. And we're gonna do this move either once or twice. I'm gonna do it once because I have a solved middle side here and another one here. But if you have a situation where you have a solved at the back and one at the front, you're gonna have to do this twice. So I'm gonna do it just one time. And the move is like this: up 180, so this top twice, down, back, up, back, down, and now rotate the top once so we can align the middle bits. So now I have red aligning, blue aligning, orange and green. Now if you had the situation where you had a solved here and a solved here, once you did this move you'll end up with a solved here and a solved here, so then you'll have to do it again, and the second time you'll end up with these middle bits aligning. So at this point the only bits that are left to solve are putting the corners firstly in the right place and secondly in the right position. So see, this corner, it's in the right place and it's also in the right position. This one is not in the right place because we have blue and red, so we need to have green and orange. This one has orange and green and we need orange and blue, and this one has blue and orange and we need blue and red. So once we have the yellow cross and the middle bits aligned, the corners will either be all four of them wrong, so in the wrong place, or at least one of them in the wrong place, in the right place, so like I have this one, or all four of them will be in the right place, but they may not be in the right position. So this may be in the right place but with red here and green here. So it is in the right place but it's not in the right position. So at least either none of them are in the right position, one of them is in the right position, or all of them are in the right position. But being in the right position, it doesn't mean they're also in the right the sides will match. So with the corner that's in the right position, regardless if it's also correct, mine is, but even if it's not, if the three colors here are the colors of these three faces, then it's in the right position. The following move, we're gonna repeat it as a few times until all the corners are in the right position. Not necessarily a solved cube, but here we need to bring the corner that has blue, red and yellow. So the move is like this: we keep the solved one here, or if there's none of them solved, then it doesn't matter which way you hold it. But if you have one in the right position, we keep it here. And the move is like this: one, another one here, back, down, back, down. And now if we rotate, still this one is in the right position, but if we look around now, this one also fall into place. It's in the right position and it's correct. This one now it's in also in the right position, but as you see it's twisted, so blue and orange, so it's blue and orange. So this is in the right place, then this is also in the right place. We can't have just 3 of them in the right place. We either have none, 1, or all 4 of them. So all 4 of them are in the right position. 2 of them are also solved, but these ones are not. So at this point we do a move that we did previously, but kind of twice. Once on this side and once on this side. So once we have the corners in the right place, even though the cube is not solved, you want to keep, if you have any of the corners also solved, like I have here 2 of them, you want to keep them on this side, and you want to keep the unsolved corners on this side. And this is the move. So it's like the previous one that we used to align these bits. So 1, 180, down, back, up, back, down. Now without rotating the cube in any way, we continue with kind of the same move but on this side. So up, 180, down, keep going, up, keep going, down. And my cube is solved. If your cube is not solved, so let's go to this one. You're gonna have to keep doing the same thing a few times, keeping the unsolved ones on this side until it gets solved. So here I have this corner in the right place, but it's wrong. And these ones are, so going back to the previous move that puts the corners in the right place, which is this one. So with the corner in the right place here, the visual cue here is 3 white, 3 white, back, 3 white, down, back, 3 white, down, and we rotate to put the middle bits again. So now we look again and see if the corners are in the right place. So this was in the right place, so it's still in the right place. Again, wrong place, and this will be in the wrong place because we only can have either 1 in the right place, all in the right place, or none in the right place. And I'm gonna do the same thing again. 3, 1, 3, back, 3 again, down, back, 3 again, down, and put the middle bits. So this is correct. Still wrong, which means those are wrong as well. Wait, this is orange. Sorry guys. This is right. So orange, green, and yellow. So green, orange, and yellow. So this is the right corner. So now we do the 3, 3, down, 3, 3 again, down, back. And now this is right, and this should be right as well. So they're all in the right place. They're not in the solved position, but they're in the right place. So now keeping solved ones on this side, this is one of them that's solved, we do that move. 1, 180, down, back, up, back, down. And then without rotating in any way, we do the same thing on this side. Up, 180, down, keep going, up, keep going, down. Still not solved. Now we have 1 solved here, and these 2 are kind of opposite. I'm going to keep it in the same way, and I'm going to keep doing it. 1, 180, down, back, up, back, down. Same on this side as well. 180, down, keep going, up, keep going, down. Now these two are correct, so I'm gonna rotate it now to keep the solved ones on this side. So I have these two over here, and do the same thing one more time. 180, down, back, up, back, down. Same on this side. 180, down, back, up, back, down. And now the cube should be solved. I hope it helps somebody.